Hey guys, Sterling here, Psychological Anarchist. Today we're going to discuss Steemit a bit more since I've been using the platform a whole bunch. One of the things that I've noticed about the platform that I think is one of its primary selling points that no one has really discussed is how Steemit, because it encourages such intense creativity and encourages people to show the best sides of themselves or the best parts of themselves. Steemit is really a device that also helps people get better. It improves brain functioning, it improves psychological functioning, and just our general abilities. In this regard, Steemit is a kind of self-therapy platform. Now, how does this work or how does this function? I want to get into a little bit of the neurology of how this probably works based on what we already know about the concept of neuroplasticity in the brain. Whenever we do things repetitively over and over again, whether it's play the piano, play some type of musical instrument, or even do drugs like cocaine or amphetamines continuously, our brain wires itself in those areas. It solidifies. The brain cells, the neurons, create new connections, more connections, and those areas of the brain actually thicken. Again, in neuroscience, this concept is referred to as neuroplasticity. So here's what's happening when we get on Steemit and we write, because we're encouraged to write, we're encouraged to create, incentivized to build and make things. And we're also incentivized to do this a lot because of the potential monetary rewards. Now, the cool thing is, whenever we do these things over and over, when we continuously create, we're building up the semantic areas in our brains. We are putting our creative abilities in hyperdrive, and we're increasing those capacities as we move forward. So as we use Steemit, since we're encouraged to create more, we're building a stronger brain. We're literally, physically making our brains more durable and making our ability to communicate and express ourselves that much more enhanced. And to me, this is a really, really important discovery in terms of platforms that incentivize the creative endeavors. Prior to me getting on to Steemit, I've always been a creative person. I've always enjoyed to write and to write as well as I could. But one of my biggest problems was that oftentimes I'd get discouraged writing because I felt like I didn't get rewarded for my efforts quite as much as I think maybe I deserved I should. Now, with Steemit, because of the cost-benefit analysis, the rewards are much more enjoyable when I receive them. They're a lot better than they normally would be for creative output. Now, this is not to say that I intend on getting rich off of Steemit or anything in that regards. It's just it means that I really like to see the value of my work in numbers that are more realistic in a sense. So I'm really glad that Steemit is set up in the way that it's set up, because it makes me push myself harder, because I know that these individuals who we consider whales on the platform have a whole lot of steam power. They're going to be really picky and really choosy about the content that they want to prop up and that they want to build. And that makes sense, because in their mind, they're going to want the best material, the best content at the top of the ranks. And that is just amazing for our overall ability to grow our brains, to grow our creative potentials, and to be our best selves. And one of the things that's good that goes alongside this creative potential is that it's also a form of self-therapy. Whenever we're engaging in writing and we're working on ourselves from this particular angle, we're also helping to understand ourselves more. So Steemit is a self-therapy inducing platform. We're understanding ourselves better, we're seeing what makes us tick, and we're also incentivized through the platform to look at ourselves in a more personal light and to self-disclose or to divulge personal information, because that tends to trend at a higher degree or a higher rate than just writing articles that are more, I guess, weighty in terms of the intellectual content rather than more bent toward a personal nature. And I've noticed the stuff that I put out there that has a more personal or reflective aspect of it tends to get more views, more rewards. And so in this sense, that really is perpetuating me to reflect and to introspect even more deeply and to understand myself to the degree that, am I willing to share this with people? That cost-benefit analysis. Am I willing to divulge these secrets or things that may make me insecure or not as comfortable as these really easy, objective fact-based material that I can promote? So this is really a really wondrous platform in terms of pushing humanity in the direction of having protocols that are bent on therapy. We'll just call them self-therapy or self-help protocols. And that right there is an amazing discovery, and something that hasn't been looked at, I don't think, in this particular way. So I'm really proud that we're moving in this direction, and that we have platforms now, we have lines of code that represent humanity's ability to help itself, people's ability to unfold and to blossom in completeness, and to show really the totality of who they are. I know before Steemit, I wasn't writing as much, and the journaling process that I did, the self-reflective material that I did, was all behind closed doors. But now with Steemit, I feel I am encouraged to self-disclose and to provide more personal information, and I have no problem with that. I get to understand myself in the process, and I get to add value to the community. So I hope that you guys are able to do the same things, and you see that this is what this community rewards, and in the process you'll get to strengthen your brain, you'll get to strengthen those connections, and you'll get to understand yourself more. This is a total win-win situation for everybody involved, and it's one of the most genius inventions from a psychological perspective that I've ever had the luxury of being exposed to. If you guys think I provided any kind of value today, like, subscribe, and share this video. I would very much appreciate that. Thank you.